Okay, so today, of course, is Thursday, the 17th. We're going to do the warm-up. I'm going to go over the project. We're going to do arithmetic sequences, okay, today. All right, make sure that we remember how to graph because we have our graphing quiz tomorrow. You have to graph linear equations and you have to graph the inequalities, okay? Please study notes on graphing, okay? Arithmetic, yeah. All right, so, it's on the sideboard. I just got to keep, it's just for your reference. It's not really, it's not mandatory. Take out your planner. Now, this is mandatory. We do need to write this stuff down. Check off what you did yesterday. I'm going to pause for the calls. Please check it off. You watched the video, check it off. You completed the homework, check it off. You studied your notes on graphing. Please check those things off. All right, so your homework for tonight, we need to make sure that we watch the homework help video, that we study graphing, and if you have time, you can work on the project. The project is not due until January the 6th. You got plenty of time, but just don't wait till the last minute. I'm going to do a little bit with you. I'm not going to go through and explain everything all at one time because it's a lot of different parts. So I'm going to be giving it to you in small doses. Okay. All right, let's take out our project, please. Take out your project paper and the graph paper. Yeah, it's just area. I've already given you the area formulas. Yes, baby? You don't have graph paper? Oh, I gave them all out. I think people just take more than what they need. I'm sorry. I have to print another one. No, we're going as a class. Is she back yet? Is she back?
No, it's just Barletto back. Oh, you gotta look that way out the window.
No, not yet. Okay. All right. Okay, we'll just go at our regular time, which is 1:19. All right, if we missed that time, then we missed our time.
Oh, they're coming back.
They're coming back. Okay, good. If you are not going to the restroom, please work on the homework. Let me turn to the back page. These are the ones. We did these. I did these with you in the video. Okay. Please go back and watch the video if you didn't get a chance to do these. Okay. Please go back and watch the video. All right. I'm gonna pause for. I'm gonna pause for the calls. It's not really that hard. Just watch the video. Okay.
I thought it was gonna be harder.
All right, good people. Please, Annie, I'm going to. Everything, all the papers that I give you are online anyway. But before we leave, I'll print for you. Just make sure that you write this down on this paper, okay, what we're doing. You need one also or no? Okay.
Let's do it.
All right. So, first things first, I need you to take your Sharpie and we're going to draw X and Y coordinate on the graph paper. I'm just going to walk you through what you're supposed to do. Let's do this together. Come on. Yes. Aiden, I gave y'all's markers missing, so I don't know. So you have to find it. I don't know. I don't have any more. So somebody took it, or something happened, or it could be on the back table. Is that it on the back table? I don't know. All right, here we go. Find the middle line to draw the Y, to trace for the Y axis.
That looks so uneven.
It doesn't have to be perfect.
It's in the middle line.
Shh. And then draw or find the middle line.
Oh, I gotta find the middle line.
It can be close to it, y'all. It's not that big of a deal. All right. We'll pause for the calls, give you a chance to do that. All right. So now this is going to be the blueprint for your water part. You're going to name your water part. You're going to give everything a name, a title. the different water slides, the concession stands, everything has to have a name. Make sure that your name is rated everybody, that it's friendly. Okay, that you have very cutesy names, nothing that's inappropriate. Okay. Shh. Okay, nice. All right, so these are the basic requirements for your park. You have to have, of course, an entry point, exit entry. Exit entry is really the same where you enter is where you exit for the most part. It should be along the outer. Please don't make the entry of your park in the center of the park, because that doesn't make sense. So please put your entry. Shh, because it's wasting time. Just let me explain. Put your entry. I have 2 entry points. You can make entry points wherever you want it, as long as it's along the outsides. Okay, you can have them 4. But you at least have to have 1 entry to the park. Okay, so I'm gonna label this as my entry or entrance, exit. Okay, entrance. You can do. It's my park. You do what you want with your park, baby. Okay. Shh. All right. Now, okay, you have those points. This is mandatory. You have to have a place of entry and place of exit. Okay. I don't. It doesn't matter. Shh. Let me finish explaining. If I don't answer your question within the first step, then ask me after I finish explaining the first step. Okay, on your paper, these are the minimum basic requirements. You have to have at least 1 help center. Shh. You have to have at least 1 large whirlpool. And when you name it, your help center, you name it however you want to name that, make sure it has help center at the end. So I know it's the help center. Same thing with your whirlpool. Make a name of it, but it should have whirlpool at the end of the title, unless you put in parentheses whirlpool. Okay, but I need to know that's your whirlpool, so label it. You have to have at least 3 different slides. You have to have at least 1 toddler area. You have to have at least 1 lazy river, 5 concession stands, 2 gift shops, 4 restrooms, and 2 security desks. That's your bare minimum. Shh. That's your bare minimum. Pause for the calls. Shh. All right, here we go. So now listen, please listen. All right, so now I'm going to put my help center. I'm just going to do an example. I'm putting my help center right here in the center because this is just where I want to put my help center. I want it to be an equal distance of where everything is in the park. So if you just come to the center, you don't have to do that. You do whatever you want. It's your park. Okay? It's your park. So now, with these main things, you're going to put many other things in here. Okay? Just because this is the basic requirement, you can put other stuff into your water park, whatever you want, as long as these basic things are there. Okay? All right. So now, So now you're going to, whatever those points are, you're going to put it here. These main points. Please don't put, if it's extra, I don't need all those extra ordered pairs. These are the only ordered pairs that I need for this step 2. Okay? So the 1 requirement for the large pool, if you have more than 1 whirlpool, fine. Just pick 1 of them and put it here. If you have 5 slides, just choose 3 of the slides and put them here. Don't forget that they have to have names. So if it's Lily's water slide, then you put Lily's water slide here. I just like the name. Okay, so put the titles of those things there. Whatever Teddy's toddler area, put it there. Okay, because like teddy bear, kids like teddy bears, whatever. Anyway, lazy river, the title of it, put it here. You can have 5 different, I don't care how many lazy rivers you want, but only choose 1. I don't want all 5 of those lazy river points there, just 1. Questions, comments, or concerns? Yes. All right. Task 3. You're going to take the 2 points from your task 2. It was the help center, -0, 0. Yours might be something different. And wherever your water slide is, your water slide 1, this point right here, and you're going to write those 2 ordered pairs and find the slope between those 2 ordered pairs. Any questions about what I just said? Okay? Anybody lost?
Yeah, I'm not lost, but I'm right.
Does everybody understand what I'm saying for task 2? And the water. Mm-hmm. And you find the slope. Okay? Shh. It says use a red pencil as a ruler. Okay? So just wants you to draw a red line from here to here. That's it. What packet? Yeah, I'll just have to print another one for you. I don't have any extra. Okay? All right. Any questions?
No.
Okay. Task 3.
That was task 3.
Oh, that's task 3. I'm sorry.
Task 4.
Task 4. My apologies. Okay. So now you're going to do almost the same thing. You take the 2 points, put them here. Now it's asking you to find the point that's in the middle between those 2 points. Okay, so how do you do that, Miss Reyes? You labeled it. Please listen. I'm going to go over the skill again, but some people want to get ahead, and that's fine. So that's what I'm really explaining for those people that want to get ahead. The midpoint formula is you take the 2 x's, add the 2 x's together, and divide by 2. That's going to give you the x coordinate. The y coordinate for the point that's in the middle, you take the 2 y's and add them together and divide it by 2. That'll give you your midpoint. That's the point that's in the middle. Okay? Or you can wait until we do it in another week.
5 plus 0 and 4 plus 0.
Yeah, whatever those 2 points
are.
And
then you divide it by 2. That would be 0 and 0.
Right. 0 is 1. No, you multiplied, baby. You didn't divide by 2. You multiplied. Add them together.
Yeah, if you add them together.
4 plus 0 is 4.
Then you divide it by 2. Then it'd be 2.
There you go. Boom. Booyah.
But then after that, then I would get 2 for one of them. And then for the other one, let's say I said 5, 0. Let's say divide that by, you would get 5. Divide that by 2. You would get 2.5.
So go over 2 and up 2.5.
Like on this?
Yes. All right. Any other questions about task 1 through 4? I'm not going to do all the tasks at the same time because that's overwhelming. Got it? All right, good. Put your project paper up. Remind me at the end to print. How many people? 2 people need it. 3 people need it. 1, 2, 3, 4. You need it too. Put your markers back in a little plastic bag. You don't need those anymore. Now I want you to finish number 12 from yesterday. I need you to finish number 12 from yesterday. Let's do that now, please. I'm going to give us a couple minutes. I'm going to set the timer for 5 minutes. All right, so in order to write, to graph this equation, it has to be written in slope-intercept form. You're going to subtract the 9x on both sides. When you do that, 9x minus 9x is 0, and we're left with 2y. Bring down the greater than sign. Bring both these terms down. You cannot add them. They're not like terms. You can't subtract them. They're not like terms. I'm choosing to bring down the negative 9x first plus 10. Doesn't matter. You can write 10 first. Okay? Don't combine them. They're not like terms. To get y by itself, the operation between 2 and y is multiplication. You're going to divide everything by 2. Because it's a positive 2, the inequality is going to stay the same. 2 divided by 2 gives me y. I bring down the negative 9 divided by, or 9 over 2, x. I divide here, that gives me 5. This is a greater than sign. I'm going to graph it. My slope is negative 9 over 2, rise over run. My y-intercept is a positive 5. I'm going to graph my y-intercept on the y-axis, which is right up here. I'm going to use my negative 9 over 2 to graph points on the line. I go down 9 and to the right 2. My line is going to be a dashed line because there's no equal to here. I'm going to shade on top of the line because the inequality is greater than. Any questions about how I got this graph? Okay. Now I'm going to choose a point that's in the shaded region. I cannot choose a point that's on a dashed line because it's not a part of the solution. Please don't choose points that are on a dashed line. It's not a part of the solution. It has to be greater than it because it's not equal to. I'm going to choose the easiest point right here, 4, 0. So I'm going to rewrite the equation, and I'm going to substitute x and y into this inequality. Well, y is 0, bring down the greater than. -9 divided by 2, or over 2, times 0 plus 5. 0 times this fraction is 0. And I'm, Oh, it's 4. Sorry, y'all. Miss Reyes is tripping. Thank you, baby. All right, so let's multiply it out to the side. -9 over 2 times 4 over 1. What's -4 over 1? -36. You're right, baby. Divided by 2 is what? Woo. What would it be? -18. So we got 0 greater than, we got -18 plus what? What's -18 plus 5? -13. Is this a true statement here?
Yes.
Since it is true, this is a part of the solution. 0 is bigger than -13. Does that make sense? All right, any questions? I'm going to leave it here. For those of you that are still writing, please make sure you make corrections so you'll have something that's right to study. All right, let's go to the next. Anybody still copying before I move on? Okay, baby. All right. I've been delivered from it. All right, here we go. Q.
You should have just gave me a bear hug.
I started to, but I didn't. I was like, I don't know him. He might be like. I can't do that because. All right, we're doing sequences. Sequences. 20 years ago, it was different. 20 years ago, it was way different.
That's the time you get to whoop people.
You right. I did it.
Hey, why are you talking about that, bro?
I did it too. All right, sequences. Anybody know what a sequence is?
Order of patterns.
It's a pattern. Good. It is an order. Okay, sequence is an order or a pattern that numbers are displayed in. An order or a pattern of some sort. Okay. That numbers, and we're going to deal with sequences. When we talk about sequences, we're going to be thinking of numbers this year. Mm-hmm. That numbers are displayed. There are so many different types of sequences, okay? We are only going to talk about 3 in this course. 3, okay? We're going to talk about 3 different main kinds, but there are many different kinds of sequences. All right. The first one that we're going to talk about is an arithmetic sequence. Shh, be quiet. I don't know. I really don't. I don't really know. You be asking me. I don't know. I just have to be honest when you ask me those questions. I don't know. I don't know. Oh, boy, bro. Yes. What is an arithmetic sequence? Nobody knows.
Backwards?
It's when you add or subtract to get the next number. That's how they get you, honey. When you add or subtract to get the next number. I want to say when you add or subtract by the same number. I want to be more detailed there. When you add or subtract by the same number.
Oh.
Now that same number is going to be called the common difference. So in parentheses, I'm going to write common difference. The letter that they use for common difference is D. Okay? Shh. Okay? It's when you add or subtract by the same number, common difference, that's the same number that you either add or subtract to get the next number. Let's do some examples. Example number 1. We got 2, 4, 6. What is going to be the number, the next number?
8.
8. Next
10.
number?
10.
Next number?
12.
Next number?
14.
And so on and so forth. What was the common difference here?
2.
You added 2. Because you add 2, it's a positive 2. I don't have to say that I added 2. When I see my common difference as a positive 2, that means I added 2. What would my common difference be if I subtracted 2? It would be negative 2. So let's do one where you're subtracting 2 then. The second example, let's start off with 3. Okay? If my common difference is a negative 2, what will be my next number?
Negative 1.
It would be 1. What's the next number?
Negative 2.
Negative 2. Next number.
Negative 4.
Negative 4. Next number. Negative 6. Next number.
I messed up. Yeah.
Oh, negative 1. Sorry. Yeah. Just bless this little heart.
Sorry.
Maybe it's okay. We all mess up. They didn't know either. They just kept going with it. It's okay. All right. So we got negative 1, not negative 2. And then what? Negative 3.
Negative 5. Negative 7. Negative 9.
And so on and so forth. I'm put the dots at the end. What does that mean?
It
It keeps going. Right. Wakanda forever. Is geometric sequence. So we got an arithmetic. Now we got geometric. Arithmetic sequence, the other thing that I need to make sure you understand is it's linear. If I were to graph these, it would graph a straight line. So I'm putting linear there. And then let's start talking about geometric sequences. All right. Any guesses as to what a geometric sequence is? Any guesses? Hannah? No, you sure? I mean, it's not just what you think. Okay, I see what you're saying. Not quite. Yes, what you think? Multiplication. Thank you. All right, this is when, guys, listen with your ears, not with your mouth. When you multiply by the same number, and that same number would be called a common ratio. We're going to put common ratio in parentheses. What letter do you think you use for common ratio?
R.
R. Very good. Common ratio, R. To get the next number. Okay, you always write your R or your common ratio in terms of multiplication. You do not write it in terms of division, okay? And I'm going to show you why. Let's do some examples. I'm going to pause for the calls to give people a chance to write. Please stop talking. Use your ears and not your mouth right now. All right, let's do an example. Let's suppose that I'm starting with 3 and my common ratio is 3. So my common ratio is 3. What's my next number? 9. Shh. Y'all better stop being like Riley. Every time you realize that, why do you do that? All right, what's 9 times 3? 27 times 3. 81. So on and so forth. Okay, that's an example of a geometric sequence. Another example, okay, what would my, if I'm dividing by 2, start with what would my common ratio be, but what would my next number be? 50. Okay, divide by 2 again. 25. Divide by 2 again. 12.5. Divide by 2 again. 6.25. Okay, so on and so forth. You just divided by 2. Cut it in half.
Yeah, but she was like that.
These are common.
That's where you were with the
But what's half of 50? What's half of 50?
25.
Okay, what's half of 25?
12.5. Okay, how do you make 12.5 as a decimal? Like
12.5.
I meant like so you have like 6.25, right? And then the next number.
You're trying to look for a pattern that way. We're just cutting it in half.
You're thinking too hard.
We're just cutting it.
You're thinking too hard.
You're thinking way too hard. Just all you're doing is just cutting it in half. Just cut it in half, baby. Just cut it in half. All right, here we go. What would be my guys? What would be my common ratio here? 1/2. Because I'm multiplying. I'm writing in terms of multiplication. If I say 100 times a half is 50. 50 times a half is 25. 25 times a half is what? 12.5. I'm just cutting it in half. That's it. That's all. Right? Shh. All right. We will learn later that this is an exponential function. This is linear. This is exponential. Okay. Now we got one more sequence that we're going to go over. It's called the Fibonacci. It's Fibonacci. All right, here we go. Okay, a Fibonacci sequence.
Is this page 12 continue?
No, this is still continued. Yes, baby. Shh. All right, so a Fibonacci sequence is a series of numbers. So it's a pattern of numbers. Shh. In which, fix my pencil. Last year. In which each number is the sum of the 2 previous numbers. And I'm going to show you how that goes. All right, here we go. All right, I'm holding. I'll do some examples. We're just gonna do 3 in this course. There's a lot. I don't want you to get like this is the all and be all. We just do 3 in this course. You're gonna learn later on in life, but just 3 in this course, okay? All right, we ready?
Yes.
All right, number 1. I'm gonna start off with 1. Okay, so the previous number, there's nothing there, so 0 plus 1 is 1. The last two previous numbers, 1 plus 1 is
2.
okay. The last two previous numbers is 2 plus 1 is
2.
3. The last two previous numbers is 3 plus 2 is. The last two previous numbers is 5 plus 3 is.
8.
The last two previous numbers is 8 plus 5 is. Do you see how it's going?
Yeah.
This is the Fibonacci sequence.
Okay. That's enough.
All right, let's do one more example. It's not 2 o'clock yet. All right, let's start with 3. What's the next number going to be? 3, because it's 0 here. What's the next number? 6. 6. What's the next number? 9. Next one. The next one. What's the next one? All right, now give me 3 more after this.
39.
Shh. You right. And then that's it.